Bing, bing, Marie, one more video, okay? Under 15 minutes. How would I describe this? I would say, yeah, using vector patterns. I'm going to show you how to download free vector files from vecteasy.com. Okay, opening these vector files in Adobe Illustrator, what you might expect, okay, and adjusting vector artwork before importing into InDesign. This is just a nice little way of showing you how you might go about using vector files as a beginner, okay, as a beginner. So let's see. Let me open up this folder. Okay, I want to show you the vector files that I'm going to be grabbing off of VectEasy. That's free. That's kind of cute. This geometric pattern. What else? This is free. This is cute. This dot and pardon me. These this dotted grid pattern. Let's see what else. You can barely see it, but this is an interesting little texture that's really kind of cute. It's very blurry here right now, but you'll see it in a moment. It's a hand-drawn pattern. So this is what I would do. VectEasy. Well, first of all, I would go to the internet and I would type in vecteasy.com. VecteEezy.com. Okay. Here we are. Oh, and look at this. Recently viewed. These are some of the ones I recently viewed. That's kind of handy. Okay. Now, what I might have done is I might have typed in something like geometric vector pattern, or just vector pattern, or hand-drawn vector patterns. Okay. Let's click on this for a second. Oh, that's kind of beautiful. It's over to the right where you will see whether or not it is a free download or not. Okay, otherwise it's part of the Pro subscription. Okay, but what I would do is if I'm here and I like it, okay, I'm going to click free download. Now I've already downloaded these today. Okay, so if it tells me to stop, I might have to stop, but I would typically click free license. Okay, and it should download in 3, 2, 1 seconds, and I'll probably see a little icon, boop, pop into my downloads folder. Okay, I can expect that on every occasion. Okay, let me just go back because I would have done the same earlier today for this one. Okay, notice how it says free. Let's go back one more time. And I did it earlier today for this one. Okay, it's kind of cute. Okay, and we'll worry about this circle and text right in the middle of it shortly. Okay, and I can download it. Okay, great. Let's close out of here. Let's close out of Denner's Foods. Let's go here and minimize that for a minute. Okay, so for example, if I downloaded these, okay, they would have shown up in my downloads folder as so. Okay. Now, I happen to copy these, okay, over to my collected items folder. So they're here as well, okay? So I just don't want to confuse you. But I want to quickly just open up this folder. You might see that there's more than one file in here, okay? There might be some license information, but you don't have to worry about this at all because you're in school. You're not using these files to make any sort of money. You're using it for the projects that you're assigned, so I wouldn't worry about a thing. Okay, but you might find it in JPEG form. Okay, they provide it to you in EPS format and in Adobe Illustrator AI format. Okay, for argument's sake, I'm going to open this up momentarily in Adobe Illustrator. But let's look at the next ones. You know what? Just for fun, I'm just gonna highlight this EPS file with a green dot. Okay, that's the one I'm going to use just so I can find it more quickly. What's this? Okay, here's some license information again. Now, this is the JPEG file. Okay, preview. This is an SVG file that's typically used for web. Here's the EPS file that we're going to be using. And here's an AI file. Okay? Okay. Let's highlight this one green, the EPS file. And last but not least, we have, this is the JPEG file for the geometric pattern. And this is the same geometric pattern, but in EPS vector format. So again, just keep in mind that, just remember that if it's an EPS file or an AI file, it's created using anchor points and arcs, but a JPEG does not behave that way. A JPEG behaves like a photograph. Every single pixel, whether it's part of this geometric pattern or this white area inside, it has pixel information. This image does not consist of anchor points and arcs, okay? So these two things actually behave quite differently, okay? Okay, so let's just highlight the EPS file, and we are going to want to open all three files in Adobe Illustrator. You know what? I'm just going to make my life a little simpler and do things more quickly by holding down my Command key this time. Before I was saying Shift key, okay? But Command key allows me to select files, okay, that are further apart from one another in the list, if that makes sense. Okay, so Command allows me to choose exactly what files I want to. Okay, I'm going to click and drag this down into the Adobe Illustrator icon. Okay, this is referred to as a dock on a Macintosh. Okay, the dock is what's housing what behaves like a little dashboard. Okay, where I can see all the iconography for my software. Okay, so Adobe Illustrator is opening up. We'll see all three open, and I just want to show you what you can expect if you're dealing with vector files and how you might make the necessary adjustments to work with them. What do I want to deal with first? Let's start with this one. I just so happen to know that I think this one's the simplest one to start with. Don't be worried about this boxes. This is actually a very big pasteboard, and we've zoomed out really far from it. Let's take our zoom tool and go in more closely. Okay, so we just see a simple page, and I'm just going to literally click on this and see what happens. Look at that. Okay, what it's doing is, okay, this consists of, oh my gosh, two parts, okay? Look at that. I don't want this to freak anybody out. There was actually, it's not white, it's almost white, okay? I don't know if you can tell, but it's a very light cream color. Okay, let's look at the color value. Yeah, it's just, oh, so slightly an off-white. It's got 1% magenta and 2% yellow. If it were exactly white, it would be 0, 0, 0, meaning no ink whatsoever. Okay? Okay. Well, I don't need that white box. Let's delete it. Okay? Actually, let me just go back and do this again a different way, because I actually duplicated things without meaning to. Let me just undo everything until I get to the beginning stage. Okay, it was here. Okay, let's move that. There you go. There's the pattern. There's the background. Okay, let's give it a different color so you can see more clearly. There you go. Let's even give it something slightly different. Okay, there you go. Okay, so there were two pieces here. Okay, if you wanted to keep this piece and use this piece, by all means, you know, do so. But I'm going to delete it because I want to use this vector graphic as though it were see-through, okay? Okay. Now, here's what's neat. You know, if I take this into InDesign, if I import this file, oh, there's that white square again. How did that, there's more than one? There was more than one back there. What's going on? Any others? Okay, let's put this back. If I save this, update my save, and open this file in InDesign, you'll be amazed because it's going to behave as though it were see-through, okay? But keep in mind, you can always take this rusty color, you can give it a different color, a bright orange. You could give it a green, okay? And it'll always behave as though it were see-through, okay? You would actually be able to see an image behind it or a flat color behind it, okay, in InDesign, even text for that matter, okay? Okay. Let's save this file, and I'm just going to do it one more time, and I'm going to save it as a what color? This nice blue, dusty blue. Okay, perfect. And I'm just going to line it up again. Okay, I keep using my black arrow tool here to select it. Okay, the whole thing is joined. It doesn't consist of a million different pieces. It's one big vector. Okay, let's go File and Save. Update that save. Okay. Okay, now the thing is, it's asking me to update it because there's a conversion that took place. I don't want you to worry about this so much. So it's just that sometimes when you download something off the web, it might ask you to resave this file name. Okay, I don't want all this busy business, this naming business. I want to call it geometric seamless, and I don't want it as an IAF file. I want it as an EPS file. Okay? Okay, I'm going to click it. There we go. Fine, done. That's number one. Okay? This one's going to be different. Okay? This one is kind of composed in segments, and it's you know, dashed lines and dots. Let's just check and see if there's anything else behind here. No, I don't think so, okay? What do I do if I want to change all the dots, all the colors, or separate dots or something, or the dots one color and the lines something else? Well, let me click on the dots and let me just show you something really quick. Okay, I don't know if you'll notice, but these dots are slightly darker in color than the gray used for these dashed lines. All I need to do is take my white arrow tool and click on one. Otherwise, the black arrow tool would select the whole thing. Okay, I'm just going to close this window for a second. And I am going to go to Select Same. Okay, there's Appearance. That might work. There's Fill Color. Guess what? It selected nothing but the circles. Okay, let's give them a different color. Let's give them this weird, gross greeny. Okay, great. And now let's select the dashed lines. Uh-oh. Okay, so check out the problem. Okay, black arrow tool selects everything. White arrow tool, okay, might only select that much. So how can we solve this problem? Okay, click on the line, go to Select Same, and go for stroke weight. You might try appearance, but let's try stroke weight. Look at that. It selected all of the line work and only the line work, not the circles. Okay, let's make sure that stroke is in the foreground and give it the color that we'd like. Let's give it a weird pink. Okay, let's make it even more pinky so it's noticeable. Ta-da! Okay, great. Let's zoom out and update our save. Okay, it'll ask me to redo it. I don't want an AI file. I'm going to save it as an EPS file. Okay, let's get rid of all this naming business, and let's call this dot and dashed pattern. Okay, amazing. And let's save it here. Boop. Beautiful. Okay. Last one, okay? I want these cool little things to be orange in color, okay? But I don't want this stuff, and how do I get rid of it all without spoiling this business? Okay, let's see. Can I select this all and move it at once? Oh, that's one interesting way of doing it. I can just take it out of the way, click and drag the whole area, delete it, and pull it back. That's one way of doing it, okay? Or I can do something like this. Click and drag. As long as it selects the entire pattern, you might go like this. Object, lock, okay? Now click and drag to get, oh, hold on a minute. Why didn't that work? Object, lock. It better be locked. What the heck? What is going on? What else is locking? What else is locking? That is so weird. Is my computer dying? Object, lock. Oh, that's so weird. Let me do a key command. Command 2. Yeah, isn't that weird? That's so weird. Okay, so oddly enough, it didn't lock using the menu, okay, tool on my machine. I think my computer might need a few updates, okay? But it did lock if I did the key command, okay? And the key command was command 2. Okay, it's locked now. It shouldn't move no matter where I click on it. Great. Now I can click and drag, get all the stuff in the middle. I don't know if you saw that, but I managed to just select that, delete it. Okay, now if I want to change this color, I would have to unlock these this hand-drawn pattern. So I would go Object, Unlock All. There we are. Okay, let's give it an orange color by double-clicking the fill. Okay. Let's go here, and let's adjust it all the more, and okay, ta-da! Update our save. Okay, I'm going to open these up quickly in InDesign. I'm going to create a new file in a moment. Okay, I'm going to import all 3. Okay. You know what? Do I want letter size? No, I want a new file. I want, let's just say 17 by 11. Tabloid, take off facing pages, click create. Hit my W key to change the view. Hit my maximize button, okay, to see everything more clearly, okay. And I'm going to go File, Place. Let's do the first one. Okay, let's desktop. I'll just show you where I collected items for part B. Okay, let's open up these 3 folders. Okay, okay. Here's the first one. Okay, no, geometric seamless. Let's open it up. Click and drag. Whoosh. Okay, amazing. There's the blue. What's the next one I had? The next one I had was File, Place, Dots and Dashes. Okay, let's go back one step. Okay. Okay, colors are kind of nasty, but okay, the view looks poor. So let's go to View, Overprint View, and you'll be able to see these more clearly. Excellent. Click and drag both. Option, Command, Shift, all 3 keys to decrease or increase the size, maintain the proportion. Okay, and last but not least, let's go File, Place. Let's go back one level. Okay, we did geometric, we did dots and dashed, we did, hey, where's hand-drawn pattern? You know what? I didn't resave the name, did I? It was right here. Okay, EPS file. There we are. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Command, Option, Shift. Okay. Maintains the proportions. There we go. Now I've got 3 vector files, and I want to point out how they're all see-through. Let me put a pink box down. Okay. Okay. Right now it is in the front. Okay. But let's click and drag all 3. Go Object, arrange, bring to front, and you will notice that these are actually see-through, okay? Doesn't matter what color this rectangle behind it becomes, okay? Okay, it's see-through. And last but not least, okay, let's just do that here, okay, so you can see them. But let's do one more thing. Click and drag all three. Lift them up a little higher. Let's import a couple images that we had earlier today. Let's go File, Place As. I'm going to go to up one level. Close these down just to clean it up a little bit. Let's go to Stormy Clouds. And, oh, Sweet Flowers. Okay, I'm going to click one. Okay, it's highlighted, but if I hold down my Command key, I can also click the other specific file that I want. Click Open, and Open. Okay. In this case, let's click and drag both of them. Go Object, Arrange, Send to Back. So they're the furthest back. And you'll be able to see that you can see the image in behind it. Okay. What did I do here? Okay, you can see through these vector files. Okay, there you go. There's one, there's two, okay, whatever. Okay, there's three. And don't be afraid to increase or decrease the size of these vector files within their graphic frame. Okay, I've got my black arrow tool. Okay, that selects the container, but then I take my white arrow tool to select what is inside, okay? And let's increase the percentages here. That might work beautifully as a pattern, you know, if you line things up correctly and crop a few parts here and there. That might look beautiful. Who knows? Let's take this weird thing, okay? Okay, so it's not very clear to see, but the point is you can still, you know, play around with this business. It's see-through. Okay, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to go right-click inside with my white arrow tool, edit with Adobe Illustrator. Bring, bring, bring. It just made a phone call. Let's get these dots, just the dots that are this green color. Go Select, Same, Fill. Let's make it white instead. Okay, even off-white, even off-white. 1, 2, 3 magenta, 1, 2, 3 yellow. Okay, beep. And let's get these, let's select these pink dashes. Go Select, Same, Stroke Weight, and let's make them a similar color. Okay, 0, and this should be 3, and this should be 3, and that's 0, and that's good. Update our save. We know that Illustrator and InDesign have been talking to one another, so we will see that an adjustment has been made. Here we are. Okay? Okay. That's just some fun with vector artwork. Okay? Patterns can be beautiful. Let's make this a nice different color here. Let's make it more like something that works nicely with this orange stuff. Whatever. You guys get the idea. Okay. Okay. So first I opened them up in Illustrator, and then I imported everything, these vector graphics, okay, and these images in InDesign. Thank you.